What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Food for Thought. You're here with Kitchen Raid, and today we're checking out Norma. So this is a Sicilian restaurant in the heart of London. We're in Fitzrovia, and this has been recommended to us by our good friend Roger. Roger, how are you doing, man?
Hi guys, what are you saying? Good?
You ready to try out some fruit from back home?
I'm ready. I've been missing Sicilian food for a while now, so this is a perfect opportunity. So when my boy Sumi said come through, I'm here.
Let's go check it out.
Let's go. I'm not an expert on wine. I like to act like I know what I'm saying, but I really actually don't.
Orange wine, what?
But any wines, and I see Sicily there, I'm gonna take it. You know why? Because proud.
And are you putting on? I'm looking for a bottle or?
Yeah, bottle. Cheering in Italian, most people say chin chin. Chin chin.
Roger, you've chosen this beautiful Sicilian restaurant for us, so tell me why that is and a little bit about yourself.
Well, I saw the restaurant was Italian, so it's Sicilian, so I just felt like, I had to come back here and try some of the food that I used to have when I was young. So I was born in Sri Lanka. Then I moved to Italy, to Sicily when I was like 2 years old. So yeah, family moved here. We had uncles here.
Okay.
So obviously, situation in Sri Lanka was bad.
Of course.
My parents were teachers, so when we moved to Sicily, it was like a fresh new start. So yeah, I lived there for like 14 years.
Oh wow.
14 years, and then moved to London 10 years ago.
Alright, so then a bit of school and uni here?
I started school here, and literally, could hardly speak in English. No friends. Kind of leave everything behind.
Yeah.
But it was hard for me. But imagine parents who go through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The UK is so different from Sicily.
Right.
Completely new space, lots of new opportunities, job-wise, education-wise, and that was the main reason why actually family moved to London. Exactly. And I'm sure it's the same for you, no?
No, 100%. And speaking on the opportunities, so you studied engineering, you're working in banking, but you're a model. So how did that come about? That's a perfect example of the opportunities that you have here.
I mean, I think, I've always been the kind of guy that whenever an opportunity comes through, I just want to say yes and then learn how to do it actually later, right?
Okay.
So I just felt like, when I was doing engineering at uni, it was more kind of the corporate lifestyle, right? So I was thinking, all right, let me go to uni.
The structured lifestyle.
So you go to uni, find a job and corporate life. In my last year of university, I just felt like, I want to do something different. So I did a fashion show at uni.
Oh, right. Okay.
That was my first time ever modeling. Okay. So I went for the auditions, and honestly, I just had a glass of wine and then I was like, let me actually.
So we're getting some more modeling tonight.
Yeah. So I just felt like, let me do this, and it was great. I got loads of pictures done. It was a great experience. All my friends were there, but I never thought anything, from it. Right. I mean, think about it. I'm a Sicilian Tamil kid, doing engineering, kind of, standard route. But then, like a year through my first job, I got scouted online on Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah, so it seemed like people liked my photos, got scouted and just came into modelling. And honestly, I have no connections to it.
Yeah, but no, it goes to show, take what you can get, and who knows where it's going to end up.
Really. My first job was for ProDirect, and that was for Pharrell Williams' new collection.
Oh,
and I got to wear some Juventus t-shirts,
Oh,
and that's my you know, club.
hometown representing.
Fully. And so it felt like, you know, this is like a kind of
What
circle kind of moment.
yeah,
you know
what
I
you're
mean?
meant to be doing, yeah. Oh.
So it felt amazing. Completely out of my comfort zone, but that's why, you know, my advice for people is to literally take any opportunity that comes your way and then kind of learn how to do it later. So we got focaccia.
Nice.
This is Sicilian bread, so it's really nice, traditional, like a starter.
So I don't know if I've been told lies. From what I've heard, with your bread, you're meant to have the extra virgin olive oil with vinegar.
Yeah, 100%.
That's true. Alright. So soft, man.
Cheers. Cheers.
So airy. It's got the flavours in there: salt, rosemary, bit of garlic. You can taste it. It's not too overpowering.
This takes me back.
Yeah, I can imagine. This tastes so fresh, man. It's sick.
Bread in Italian is pane.
Right.
So yeah, focaccia really nice, but traditional ones usually, you know, a lot thinner, so they feel like pizza in a way, but it's just bread, right? No cheese or anything, but on its own, right, with a bit of rosemary, olive oil, which is perfect.
Can't go wrong.
So this is a lot thicker. I still like it. Different. I think this is a twist on the usual arancini.
Okay.
So arancini, that's a Sicilian traditional dish, right? So people have them in the street. It's a classic street food.
Okay. So what's inside? What have we got?
So we've got stuffing. So I think we've got cheese,
Yeah.
ricotta. So that's it's a type of cheese. Let's see, we've got some green in there as well.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's tough. Let's try. It's hot. What's inside it?
So it's gonna is rice, ricotta,
Yeah.
and pipirea.
PB rare. Okay, what is that?
The pea.
Ah, the peas. I see.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Very nice.
Thank you.
It's very nice. Let me get some of that crispy stuff. Yeah. Parmesan at the top.
So how does this compare to like the street food version you mentioned earlier?
This is a lot more classy. I can tell you that. It's delicious, but if we compare this to what we have in
Back
Sicily,
home, yeah.
because it's a traditional street food, right? So anyone has this.
Right.
Very simple to make. Usually we have rice, we have a few peas.
Yeah.
You can have some bacon, some ham as well. So
Okay.
yeah, this is super nice, especially for, you know, like Santa Lucia. It's like a festivity for
I've got no idea what that means.
It's a street festival.
Okay.
Street festival. It's very common in the south, even in the rest of Italy, to have festivals about saints. So for Santa Lucia, we usually have arancini. So you'll see, you know, everyone's mom and grandma, they're all cooking in the kitchen.
So this is a
making
proper,
this.
authentic, man. Okay.
Because on that day, no one eats pasta and no pizza. So obviously, what do Italians do? We make delicious food like
Straight
this.
to the deep fry. Okay.
Huh?
Okay for now.
No, okay for now.
Thank you.
I like that.
Let's do
Thank you.
I'm going for the what was it?
Bucatini.
Bucatini. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got some big ass juicy prawns, marinated in some tomato. They said.
Yeah, you got
And
datterini.
You've got some.
Yeah, I've got pasta alla Norma. So that's this is a traditional, again, Sicilian food.
Right.
So you've got aubergines, a bit of ragu with tomato sauce, and of course Parmigiano. Yeah, if you ask all my friends, you know I've got Parmigiano Reggiano everywhere. So.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't ask us if they
Yeah, you should.
want any on top.
But you know what? To be honest, with seafood, you never put cheese.
Okay.
Never.
Little tip for you guys. I was expecting like a kind of spaghetti texture, but it's a lot chewier, a lot harder.
But you know what? This is good because with seafood, you know, you've got the prawns. Yeah, they're quite soft. So it's
Exactly.
nice to have something kind of hard to eat with.
How's your aubergine and Norma?
It's actually so nice.
Yeah.
So nice. In Sicily, they literally put aubergine with a lot of things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then with pasta, it's so nice because it makes it so fresh. One thing I see a lot of my friends do, yeah, when they make pasta at home, and they always ask me for tips. They're like, "Oh, Roger, how can I make this?" Because obviously they assume I'm the pasta guy, right? Because I'm
Exactly,
Italian.
of course.
Come on. And I always say, just put a little bit of basilico. And you can add some basilico onto the boiling water. Yeah, basil leaves. Basil leaves. I eat this stuff.
Right.
And then add a little bit once you've made the actual pasta with the sauce. Yeah, it just makes the pasta so fresh. So fresh. I'll try some of the prawn.
Take it.
It's proper al dente. Yeah. But the prawn is actually so nice.
Yummy.
There we go. What we got here? So we got ziti lunghi with veal and the pecorino cheese on top and a bit of I think coriander.
Right.
So what we got?
I've gone for a good old pork chop. So a little bit of lemon butter that I'm proper excited for.
Yeah.
A bit of fennel topped off.
Yeah, I see some
But
fun.
yeah, let's dig in.
Let's dig in. Let's dig in.
Oh yeah. It's the spot. So the pork itself is so succulent, but then I feel like the lemon butter, not only the flavours that it's adding,
Yeah.
but it makes it just seem so much softer.
Is that mushroom sauce?
So that's part of the lemon butter, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then just little bits of fennel on top. How's your pasta doing?
Pasta, yeah, super nice. Super nice. I mean, the veal is just so soft, tender. There's a lot of flavour to it, and yeah, the pasta is al dente, of course. Tasty.
So what kind of meats are like quite common in Sicily?
If you ask me, yeah, kebabs are quite big.
Really?
Yeah, in the south, because you've got a big Arab population. So Sicily used to be conquered by the Arabs, right? So if you look at a lot of the cuisine, the tradition in Sicilian has a lot of Arab Muslim influence. Even the architecture, the buildings,
Right.
a lot of Arab influence.
Very similar to like Valencia, for example. They've got that history behind it.
Yeah, it's parmigiana.
Right.
So parmigiana, so you've got aubergines, all fried. You've got cheese in the middle, and then parmigiano reggiano on top, and a bit of basilico, and tomato sauce, of course. So it's like a lasagna,
Right,
but vegetarian, you know. Now go ahead.
Cheers.
Cheers. See,
It's rare to see it cooked like this.
yeah, the aubergine is not even overpowering at all. You've got the cheese, very balanced. And honestly, I don't know, it's refreshing, no? Honestly.
100%. This basili, you said it exactly right.
Yeah.
Makes such a big difference for something so small. How's this compared to something from back home, would you say?
I mean, you know, my auntie makes it differently,
Yeah.
I have to say, but this is nice. This is honestly very nice.
Differently better or differently?
Better. Better.
As someone from Sicily, how would you say the culture differs from home to here?
Very different, I have to say. I feel like life in Sicily, obviously I was young. I lived until I was like 14 years old.
Okay.
But the life there is a lot more relaxed. London can be quite stressful now.
Yeah. 100%.
So definitely a lot more relaxed. The focus is more on, you got family, friends, and I think it's because here people are really ambitious.
Right.
I'm not saying that people in Sicily are not, but because there's a lack of opportunities, people do tend to be a bit more focused on like family, friends, rather than work and jobs.
Yeah.
In London, you've got so many universities. Everyone kind of goes to the uni, and you've got that access to those kind of opportunities. Because once you go to uni, you get a job and things open
Move
up.
on from life there, yeah. Do you think you'll ever move back or go back temporarily?
No, but when I moved here, I was so homesick, right? So I always thought, you know what, let me just live my life here. But then at some point, I'll definitely go back.
Yeah.
But to be honest now, I feel like I'm in a place where I'm slowly belonging.
Okay.
I think you can understand, right? Because you've got your British identity, but you also got your identity
100%,
as a
man.
Tamil as well.
Exactly, yeah.
And you have those issues, right? Where's really home? Because Sri Lanka, I mean, that's the home. But is it
you
really
can't
is a
feel
town?
you feel like a
Yeah.
British man when you're there, but once you're here, you don't know exactly where
exactly.
your
So
identity stands. And I guess that's such a big thing for you. So you've been from Sri Lanka to Palermo to here. So how have you adjusted?
I'm adjusting. I'm still adjusting. I feel like if you ask me now where's home, I really wouldn't be able to say. I'll say okay, my family's here, my friends are here. I'm working here, so yeah, I can call London my home.
Right.
And you can tell by my accent, it's therefore like in London. You wouldn't be able to say I'm Italian. But
100%, yeah.
if you ask me like where's my heart at, definitely Italian. Because you know I lived there for so long, and my early years were there. Right. So I have a lot of memories.
That is where you grew up. That's where your Roger was built.
100%, 100%. Like the reason for some of the things I'm doing right now are because of those early years.
Right.
Even with modeling, I never thought I would be doing this, right? But when I was living in Sicily, I actually, it was a tough kind of upbringing. My parents did everything for me. Obviously, like they worked so hard. But it was tough because I was literally the only Tamil kid or the only non-white person in school, right? And I would look at people around me, and I would feel Italian. But now looking back, right?
Did they ever see you as Italian?
I think it's a hard one to answer because I felt at home, but now looking back, I'm like, there was definitely something different. Like maybe I was trying to belong in a place where I didn't really belong.
Right.
But now, I'm slowly kind of adjusting to it. It's like, this is kind of my early life.
Yeah.
It's fine. I can be Italian. I can be Tamil. I can be brown and still be Italian. And I can be British as well. Don't get me wrong, it's tough, but I feel like that brings out a lot of different opportunities.
And it brings the best out of each part of those. I mean,
Definitely.
like, the culture behind having the Italian and the Tamil under your belt, whilst also the opportunities here. I mean, huge respect to yourself, man. Like you've gone through whatever it's taken to get you here, and you're so aspirational. You're just getting started in your modelling career, whatever you're going to end up doing.
I'm trying.
Nah, man, it's
Respect to you as well,
amazing.
but I'm trying. But don't get me wrong, I feel like a lot of Tamils and South Asian guys out there, it is tough kind of reconciling these different identities about yourself.
Exactly.
But for me, it's a lifelong process, right? You can achieve a lot in life externally, but these are the internal things that you actually have to learn about yourself and conquer in a
drive
way.
towards.
Yeah, fully. Because if not, in my opinion, you're gonna live your friend's life. You're gonna live the lives of other people around you. Not really what you want to do.
Exactly. What people say you should be doing and what you should.
Yeah.
No, that's great to hear.
Yeah. So, but you asked about modeling, right? So when I was young, a lot of my friends used to wear designer clothes and all of that because I got the chance to go into private school, and that was an amazing opportunity. And because of that, a lot of the friends around me used to wear some nice, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Moncler, and I knew about these brands.
As well.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I love clothes, but at the time it was a hard feeling because I'm like, my parents, did normal jobs. Stuff as a brown person in the South, earning money, and I'm out here with people who go on skiing holiday and beach holidays, second, third house, and don't get me wrong, they're like my friends at the time, but it was tough feeling like, I want to dress like that, I want to be like that. And
you want to have the option to
the option, yeah. I mean, it was naive, right? Because that's not really what matters. But I guess that kind of motivated me to, when I got here, to be like, I want to do that for myself. I want to do that for, for my parents, but really for myself. Prove that I can get those options.
To that level, yeah.
So when modeling, came as an option, I was like, yes, 100%.
Get to wear the clothes, get to live that lifestyle.
Fully.
That's all on your terms as well, which is huge respect to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity, but at the end of the day, the focus with modeling is never really on me. I like to think, it's a job, it's an art form really.
Right.
And the focus is you want to look good, but you want to make the clothes really stand out, because the focus is not on me. The focus on the clothes, on the designer, and all the teams actually crafted those fabrics, right? Because that's the real art form.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I just need to walk and look good, but that's the real.
I'm
thing.
sure it's harder than it sounds.
It's quite easy, I can't lie. Oh man. I think access to opportunities was something that was difficult. You know, going to state school. You know, I never really had any kind of connections to you know, people that worked in, you know, big industries or that kind of place. I mean, I went to state school, so for me it was mainly, you know, maybe try my education. That was my main concern. And when I went to uni, it was because of mentors and teachers that kind of helped me to understand about where life could go. So they opened up my eyes to these different industries, and that's when I kind of learned about finance. And
because I guess that's the thing with uni, you're kind of not forced, but you're very highly guided into that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it takes a very special, maybe random like pathway to go into something completely different, like modeling, like anything else that's not really touched on as much.
Yeah, fully agree. I fully agree. I mean, if it wasn't for me actually meeting like-minded people that came from a similar background to me, but at the same time really wanted to kind of push forward and achieve things that they never thought about. If it wasn't for them, I really wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now.
Right.
You know, and that's, I guess that's quite like what uni does to you.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. No, it's 100% about the people you meet rather than what you're actually doing. No, this is the first time I've had tiramisu with some top pistachios.
That's fine. Cheese is really nice.
That does not taste like cheese at all. It's like ice cream, man.
Yeah, it's like,
amazing.
it's really sweet cheese. I actually don't know how they make it, but it's cheese, but it's really sweet and
I would have
texture's
never
completely
guessed.
different.
Yeah, that is amazing.
It's more like a cream, nah?
Exactly.
That's what
Yeah. Cheese panna cotta.
Cheese panna cotta, yeah. All right, go ahead.
Let's go for it.
Get some of the this is strawberries, right?
Strawberries looks like it. Yeah.
That's sweet. That's very sweet.
I like it sweet. So how did Norma stand up against normal Sicilian food, would you say?
I'd say solid.
Yeah?
Yeah, very good, very good. I haven't had Sicilian food in a while,
Oh, yeah,
so it's nice to be here. And I can't lie, I think the cannoli were amazing.
100%.
The pasta, especially pasta alla Norma, definitely recommend that. And the parmigiano. Yeah, parmigiano.
yeah.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I definitely was a fan. Even the pork chop, I wouldn't say, I don't know if that's a Sicilian dish, but the desserts itself were honestly amazing. I wouldn't expect so much cheese in the dessert, but it's worked out incredibly well. I'd say Sicilian food, this is definitely my first time trying, and it's been an absolute incredible experience.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us on here,
worries.
Roger.
And we had the wine, we have the coffee.
Vino as well, the coffee, a great Sicilian experience, and couldn't have done it any better without you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.